I know. Dakota said. Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Couch Potato Queens, the queer reality TV podcast where the opinions are loud, the takes are hot, and the glue gun is always plugged in. I'm your host, Mackenzie, and today we're diving headfirst into RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 4, an episode that said Design Challenge, whispered red carpet, and then body slammed us straight into chaos. This week, the queens were paired up, the scenes were stressed, and the critiques were brutal, and one queen said, I will not squabble this opportunity, changing the English language forever. Joining me to unpack every stitch, stare, and suspicious claps, I've got my co-conspirators in couture crime. Dakota, our resident drag race historian with receipts longer than Rue's train, and Joey, here to clock the mess, call out the nonsense, and ask the question we're all screaming at our TVs. All right, y'all. Sit back and grab your fainting couch and check your blood pressure and pray to Kylie Minogue because, baby, this episode was a lot. Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
Girl.
The dialogue has been dialoguing on the internet about this episode.
What'd y'all think? What'd y'all think about this episode?
I missed last week's episode, hence why I wasn't on the podcast. Plus, I had a lot of stuff going on, but I caught up. I watched both episodes last night, last week's and this week's, and so good. So good.
Is Drag Race getting better? Are we on an upward trend? It's so weird. It's like every time that we get down in the dumps, maybe it's just because we're in Trump's America and I just appreciate it more. And I appreciate that it exists on our television. But circa 2016, it was really good. And then it was shit for 4 years, and now it's coming back, and it's starting back on this upward trend.
I thought I was the odd one out when I said a couple episodes ago that this season, after the first episode, I was like, I think this is going to be a really good season. And so far, so good. And I think we talked about it in the first or second episode that I said, I think it has a lot to do with having some queens on there that are over the age of 20. Because last season was a very, very young, new girl season, whereas this season is a bunch of girls that have been doing it for a while. Almost everybody's over 30. We've got some experience. We got some seasoned queens. I think that has a lot to do with it. But the last few seasons, I haven't really liked until after the season's almost over and I get to know everybody and people start to grow on me. I thought this was going to be a good season after episode 1.
Yeah, I think it has more to do with the fact that for the most part, cancel culture is kind of a thing of the past. And I think queens are able to come on and be themselves and be a little bit more rotted. Thanks to queens like Plain Jane and Mistress Isabel Brooks coming through and being the rotted, horrible, gutted cunts that they are. And that's why we love them. So I think it's kind of a testament to that too, that people are able to come in and actually play the game and be the personalities that you love to see on microphones and bars.
Oh yeah. I had to think to myself, had Jujubee been on our screens instead of in 2010 for Drag Race Season 2, if she'd have been on our screens in 2016, 2018, they would have crucified her.
Oh yeah.
She was so fucking mean in the diary room. Yep. They'd have crucified her. And I'm so glad we're seeing more people just being mean in the diary room and just being mean in the workroom too. Stay mean.
Yep. I agree. All right, let's get this episode started. We start everything off with, let me move this around and put us there. We started this episode off with the aftermath after last week's elimination episode. And Miss Mandy Mango went home. And Mia is feeling a certain type of way about that. And then Briar immediately gets into it with Athena and Juicy. What were y'all thoughts on all of the after stage drama?
the consensus for me was that Briar can dish it, but she can't take it. And I think this was a big learning lesson for her with some of the older queens that she's been messing with all season. Finally made a very, very good point to her. Like, it's okay for you to be all cutesy and pick on us. And, when we tell you to stop politely, you keep going, you keep digging. And we've told you, like, you poked the bear and what happened. And then she gets all upset. She gets defensive. Then I think she marinates for a little while. I think she's probably going to grow from it, or at least I hope she does. But I just think it's literally, it was a learning moment for her. I think it was a double standard, and I don't think she saw it from that way. Who did she get defensive with? When they were talking about
it. Well, but I mean, really Athena and Mia Starr.
Well, this was like after the fact. She got defensive with what's her name? The backup dancer for like a bunch of like
Mia Starr.
Yeah. Mia Starr had like joked with her when she was like, oh, well, I was with my boyfriend for a long period of time and then we ended up breaking up. And that's when Mia Starr was like, so what was the issue? I'm guessing it was you. And then she just like looked at her and was like, too far. So she's like, oh, so you're allowed to like be like this and catty with everybody, but as soon as someone does it to you, it's not okay. Okay. I think that's what really started. I mean, it's not what started it, but I think that was like the catalyst into like what led to this conversation.
Yeah, and well, Dakota's been around a few of the drag queens, and but she's not gone out a lot. But like Joey can tell you, like some of these old school queens, they will put up with shit until it gets to a certain boiling point. And once you hit that point, you might as well just pack your shit and relocate to another state, probably even another region, because they are going to bury your ass and you won't work or do anything again in that area.
I told y'all episode 1.
Just pick, because she thinks it's funny, but she doesn't like people do it to her.
And I told y'all episode 1, Athena is not the one.
Nope.
She is not the one. Like, if you're gonna mess with any of the queens, the one that has the most clout on that cast is Athena. Like, all these other queens may have more followers on Instagram. They may have, hell, they may even have more talent. I'm not saying that she's the most talented queen in the room. She's definitely damn talented. But she's got a very good reputation and a very good relationship with just about every booker in Florida and a good chunk of the Gulf Coast and in Europe as well. Like, Athena is not the one that you want on your bad side if you want to be booked and blessed after this show is out.
I think perfect example is she's best friends with Juicy, and Juicy is Athena's granddaughter. And I think because Juicy is allowed to do those things, that she automatically thinks that she's allowed to do those things. And Athena's like, I ain't trying to adopt anybody. Like, you might be Juicy's friend, but you ain't my friend. I think that's what it is. I think she's friends.
See, it's not even that. Like, because I would agree with you to an extent on that, but Juicy's not even allowed to do the things that Briar's trying to do. Like, if that is your drag mother, your drag grandmother, there's a certain point that you get with it, and it's like that eyeball cut, and you calm it down and you stop because you know that you're fixing to get cut.
Oh, and I'm sure Athena chews Juicy's ass too.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's move on along. Did y'all notice that it's now called Rules and not RuMail, or, well, I mean, it's not been Shemale for a long time, but yeah, what the?
It's still, she already done had hers is, but then it says Rules, but I don't remember on any of the other episodes that it was a rule, because she's like, rule number 21. I'm like, I don't remember her ever doing a Rules.
What was the opening sketch of the season? Like, what's the theme of this season? I'm trying to think, because normally the photo shoot
trying to bring light to the world, and they had Bob the drag queen and
a couple of yeah. So maybe this is like the golden rule type thing that they're going for, or I don't know. Like I figured maybe they're trying to tie it in with their overall theme that they're trying to bring for the season, but we don't do theme seasons much, so I don't know.
Then we have RuPaul enter the workroom, and she asked everyone to merge into duos with their drag race bestie or their bestie. So these bitches are pairing up. Question: if Ru tells you to pair up with your drag race bestie, are you going with your bestie or are you going with your enemy?
I mean, I almost think that because it was more of like they usually do like a mini challenge beforehand. I think that's what they thought this was going to be. So I think that's why a lot of them didn't even think to do that. For one, they didn't know the challenge. And for two, I think they just thought it was a mini challenge. I don't think they thought it would like go into the main challenge.
I think I'd pair up with my bestie even if it was the main challenge, just because I'm pretty sure if we're in pairs, we're going to get compared and at least one of us will be safe. So you want allies. This is still a competition show. People still like to throw marbles on the runway, whether they admit it or not. So if at least one of you is safe, that leaves someone in the competition there to advocate for you, to get you more screen time, to do whatever, to have a storyline and to play off with. So I would pick my bestie.
Yeah, so here we've got some pictures of the queens lining up, and Mikey Meeks, when she finds out it's a design challenge, she just looks like she's about to cry. I'm sorry, I don't know why that got me tickled all of a sudden, but it's just like she looks like her puppy just got killed.
Briar Blush, she's just like, really? Wow. You're sewing challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. So the looks on the queen's face was hilarious. And we find out that I can't remember the pit crew's name, but he apparently has 9 inches, and they're gonna pick numbers. So first up, we have here's the fabrics that they're going to be able to use from each of the numbers that they pick. So first up, we have the pair Juicy Love Dion and Briar Blush, and they pick Little Nas X and Rihanna. What did y'all think about this mashup?
I thought it was a really fun mashup just because of the two colors and the fact that they're both super, super flamboyant artists. So you really could have went any way with it, honestly. So I thought this was a really good mashup.
I think it's given Sesame Street with the colors, and I love it. Like, I love the bright kind of like primary colors, monochrome, monocolor, no patterns. I thought these were two really, really compatible mashups. So they might have had a little bit of an easier job than a couple of the other, particularly Athena and Darlene. Jesus, they got a lot.
Next up, we have Discord Adams and Jane Don't, and they pick Cher and Sarah Paulson.
Am I wrong? I was thinking about it. Is that not the same dress that Trinity the Tuck wore in the workroom on All Stars, the season that she won? That's the dress that she wore with like the neon. It was like the neon plastic straws.
She wore one similar to that, but it was not like that. And she had designed it herself. And it was like a zip ties, if I'm not mistaken.
This is another one. Like they're so complementary to each other. Not the colors per se, but like you can do anything with black. You can do anything with a neon color. So, but the fact that they're both so like modern and out there, you could have really done anything with them.
Yep.
So I just got out the calculator, and I looked it up. Production took quite a risk with this whole concept. There are 120 possible combinations of different pairs.
Yep.
So they really, really took a risk on this competition.
Yeah, and we'll get to another risk that somebody missed out on here in a minute. So the next up, we had Mikey Meeks and Nene Coco, and they picked J-Lo, and I'm not even going to say that bitch's name. But they got those two bitches. Let's just say that one's a new Trumper.
So J-Lo and Nicholas Mirage are... I honestly, they acted like it was going to be so hard to be able to do this together. And I'm like, it is literally a tropical print and leopard print. I'm like, jungle. That's literally what your theme is. Jungle.
Yep.
Red and wild. That is your theme. Like, it was not that difficult for a mashup for this. It was another good mashup.
Yeah, it's a color that doesn't clash with the other color at all. Browns and greens go together really, really well. Like this was not a bad mashup at all.
Yep, I agree. This would have been my choice mashup if I had a choice, you know. Next up, we have Sierra Mist and Kenya Pleaser, and they got Lady Gaga and Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. Gowns, beautiful gowns.
Both looks were very iconic with the people wearing them at the time. I don't know if I would have done this mashup together. It's not far-fetched, the color scheme, like red texture with blue denim, like it's not that crazy, but meat and denim, it wouldn't have been my first pick, but I don't think it was like too far-fetched.
Yeah, no, you run the risk of looking like a Texas barbecue.
And well, no, not last. Next up, we have Mia Starr and Vidante Starr, and they pick Katy Perry and Little Kim.
I think this is a fun mashup. Like, I don't think this one was crazy at all. I think they could have done a lot of different things with it. How Katy Perry's dressed up as like a chandelier at the Met Gala, very camp, very much like Katy Perry. And then, of course, Lil Kim in her iconic pasty dress or pasty bodysuit. But I think this would have been another fun one, too.
Joey?
A hot take, like a little bit of a spoiler. Had they not been judged in pairs, this combination was so perfect that, like, they both, like, this was, in my opinion, the best pair, period. If they'd have been just judged as a pair, like if it was who could nail it as a pair, absolutely. Like if it was a fashion house challenge or something. I love this combination. It's just sparkles on sparkles on sparkles with like lavender. Fuck yeah.
Hold on just a second. I'm trying to pull up. Oh, there we go. And then last but certainly not least, we have Kim Kardashian and Zendaya, and those are being picked by Darlene and Athena Love Dion. Now, the little bit of tea I have is, according to Didi Fuego, and this was on Roscoe's viewing party, Athena, and it was not shown, but Athena was given the option when it was her turn and she was the last to pick, that she could either steal any other look from any other queen, or she could go with what was on the wall. And she chose to go with what was on the wall. I feel like that's a massive missed opportunity because she could have picked anything that would have been a perfect matchup with Darlene, but instead she chose to go with the unknown. Thoughts?
I would have, me personally, I wouldn't have chanced it, especially with a challenge like this. I would have stolen somebody else's.
Yep.
With the florals, I mean, steal the J-Lo and stick them with leopard print and metallic. Like, this wouldn't even be about winning. It would be about getting something survivable and then sticking someone else with a terrible
sabotage. But see, she did not know at the point, so she had to make that choice before she saw what was behind her card.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know. But she would know that like florals and green, like I think it's satin fabric was what JLo was wearing, would have gone really well together. She would have known that.
So next, queens do all of their work at the workroom. Did y'all have anything of interest that you want to talk about from the workroom while they were working? That was kind of a boring episode when it came to that. Like, I mean, the most that we get is Briar Blush breaking down, crying, saying that, you know, it was just a lot for her. But
her low key kind of playing the victim card is what she was doing. But again, she's best friends with Juicy, and her drama is mostly with Athena because she's been, you know, poking at Athena the last couple episodes, and then also the one that actually brought up her behavior and called it out, which was Mia Starr. So I feel like she had not really a lot of allies, and pretty much everybody in the room kind of agreed with Athena and Mia, so she kind of felt ganged up on, which, you know, you kind of feel for in the moment, like, you know, everybody's ganging up on you, but it's because of your own actions and your own behavior, and you need to learn from that. Like, everybody makes mistakes, not everybody's perfect. You probably haven't had a drag elder do that to you before, and you needed to learn, and you just happen to do it on, you know, reality television. So
all right. So next up we have Mama Ru on the main stage. Mama Ru looking hot. I love this outfit on her. Didn't care for the hair as much, but the outfit looks sickening.
Yeah, I've said it in past seasons. I don't like Ru in a white, very monotone wig. I like her in like that real buttery blonde, like when she did the Malibu Barbie look on season 3 or 4. That's like my favorite wig color on her, period.
Yeah, it can give like founding father powdered wig if it goes wrong.
It would have, because this is like black, blue, and silver. It would have been really pretty with like that copper red colored wig that she wears. I think that would have been pretty with this.
Yeah. We find out that our guest judges this week are Law Roach, Fashion Assassin, Showing No Mercy, and Annalie Ashford, Theater Kid Excellence. What did y'all think about these two as our judges?
I'm not... Everyone knows I'm not the biggest fan of Law Roach. Law Roach is beautiful, and Law Roach obviously knows fashion. Obviously came out of retirement to style Zendaya, and look at Zendaya and how far she's come in the fashion scene. But God, Law Roach's personality is so grating. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know if it's a cockiness, arrogance. I don't know what it is. It's just, his personality is so grating. Like,
I think I know what it is, and I think it's Project Runway. I think he can no longer, because he is a judge on Project Runway now. He can no longer separate those two and be a little bit nicer to the Drag Race girls than he would the people on Project Runway, who are literally professional designers trying to get a fashion line. So he now judges them the exact same way, and he's done it for 2 seasons. And now looking back at what we got this year with Project Runway. I was like, oh, he changed a bit last season. He got harsher last season. And it's because he's now doing Project Runway and he's going to treat it, even though he shouldn't, just like he would on Project Runway, which is very harsh.
I hope that it is a facade, because I feel like his overall style, fashion, and like the people that he surrounds himself with, he would be the kind of person that I would enjoy. But like every time I see him on a television show, this is the facade that he gives off, and it's just very grand dame. My shit don't stink. I'm better than you. I've done all this. You haven't. Like, it's very that. Like, even him and Michelle.
I was just going to say that.
Him and Michelle. And she's like, oh, I don't really like the shoe. I didn't really go with the look. Oh, well, I got the look, unlike Michelle, because, Rihanna did wear a sparkly shoe like that. No. I didn't miss it. Like, it just didn't match like Rihanna's. No. I was there. And Rihanna's shoe didn't match there. And I'm like, and then he's like, literally, he's like, I was there. And this is Michelle.
Yeah. Rolling her eyes. Yep. That was hilarious.
I like everything about Law Roach. It's just his overall personality is very great.
Cosmo. Sorry, cat.
Where's Wanda?
We have all boy cats. So I have Cosmo, I have Wanda. I had one of them, Loki. Or we don't have Wanda. Cosmo, Salem, and Loki. I had one of them. I have a dresser right here beside me in the middle of a podcast that I was appearing on to talk about. I think it was something to do with finance. Loki flipped the dresser in the middle of the show and just stood there and looked at it like fucking Steve Urkel. Like, did I do that? Like he didn't do it anything at all. Like, he was very proud of himself.
Okay. Moving on along. First up, we have Juicy Love Dion. I'm going to start this off. If you can't make it yourself and you've got to get a bunch of help from it, then you don't deserve a great grade on it. So this is a popcorn pass for me, because you should have taken a sewing class before you got here, so you could have learned how to do it yourself. Don't rely on somebody else to do it for you.
I do not feel the same way, because I know plenty of amazing queens that have been in the top that do not know how to make anything. That have actually won past seasons that can't sew for shit.
But that doesn't matter. But they still put together their own outfit using hot glue and other materials and other, she's getting everyone else to sew it and do it for her.
I mean, the only thing I don't like is you do not need to put fur on your muff.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dakota.
Well, where do you put your fur on your muff?
Darling, the only tip that I'm going to give you today is we don't put fur on our muff. This was, I really enjoyed this look. It wasn't like my slay of the day, but I really did like this. So I'm going to give it, I'm going to wait for the words to come up because I can't remember. Yeah, I would mop it.
Joey?
I'm with Dakota. I'm a mop it. And I'm also in slight disagreement with Kenzie. And it's the same reason, like when we do the traders on Thursdays, people talk about how Monet's not a gamer because she didn't come from a gamer show. Drag Race is in my opinion, a gamer show. And she's playing the game. She's being social. She's making allies. People.
Well, that's a great point. That's a great point. A lot of people think that you are an amazing drag queen because you do good at Drag Race. No. RuPaul's Drag Race does not make you a good drag queen. It makes you good at reality TV. Being a good drag queen comes from actually putting years of experience into it and actually coming up in the bar scene and working on your drag. I don't think growing in a couple of weeks on a drag show and maybe even being in the top or coming close to winning a drag show makes you an amazing drag queen. I just think that it makes you good at doing a reality show for drag.
But if you're going to get to the top in Drag Race and get, or even close to winning, 9 times out of 10, you're good at drag. You know, we haven't really had any winners that have not been good at drag that won, except for maybe. Well, I mean, I'll even give it to Willow Pill. Like, Willow Pill's just kind of disappeared, but I mean, Willow Pill won because she knew how to make people laugh.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of queens that weren't really good at like fashion and making things, and even good at makeup. Look at Jinx Monsoon, but she was great at everything else. She was great at theater, great at singing, great at acting.
But she also won a design challenge because she knew how to put something together and hot glue it, and and fix it to her body. And that's more than I can say for Juicy. And I just feel like Juicy needs to learn a little bit. But I mean, gorgeous, love her face, love everything else about her. But I mean, I don't know. For a competition show and where we've had 2 design challenges, and both design challenges, she's asked other people to basically make it for her. I don't know.
And we still have a makeover challenge to do. So we're looking at this probably being a 4 design challenge season, which would put it on par with something like season 3, which gave us a really good end game because they were able to kind of like get rid of everyone who couldn't shine on the runway as well.
I don't see her making it to a design challenge though. I mean, to a makeover challenge though. I could be
I know that Juicy is not going to win this season, so that's why I'm not mad about people helping her out in the design challenges, because that's really the only area that she's been getting help in, and we know that she's not going to win the season. I mean, we know that she might make it far because of her personality and that she's good at other things, but I'm not mad about it that she is getting help from other people. We've seen it on other seasons, but I would mop it.
I called it out on other seasons too. And I will say, I agree with what Joey was saying about, building alliances to make people like you, but that only really comes into play when you get to All-Stars. Like or Ray to Queen, and Ray to Queen is coming back next week. But, for the most part, on the first season of Drag Race, it's more about showing your drag and like making people fall in love with you. And then All-Stars is kind of more about building alliances and trying to help get you,
Yeah. What I'm more so meant like that is you don't get to make television moments with the other queens if you don't build those relationships, which means the producers cut you earlier. So
look at Sharon Needles and what's her name?
Fifi
O'Hara. I mean, they were around almost the bitter end together, and they kept them around because of the drama between those two.
This is also true. I mean, but this is a mop it for sure. It's a gorgeous outfit. I will agree with Dakota. I don't like fur on the muff unless it's like on a coat or something. This is not a coat.
All right, moving on along, we have Miss Briar Blush. You go first, Joey.
I'm a big fan of wrestling, so I don't like the shade that Law Roach throws at. He expects all queens to look fish and to look like in no way like a man in a wig. These are men in wigs. There are different styles of drag. So when he called her a WWE wrestler, I like WWE. I like the sparkles of it and the glam and the camp of it all. And it shouldn't be an insult.
And that was her only compliment from him, was that her mug was beat, she's beautiful, and that the shoes were an homage to what Rihanna wore with her outfit at the Met Gala. But that's another thing. Like, he said this was so horrible because it's a bodysuit. They don't like bodysuits because bodysuits they're too basic for the runway. I'm like, I would rather someone in a bodysuit than someone in a leotard, or a corset and a thong. to me personally, and I don't mind this look. Everybody hated on this look. Overall, I did not mind this look, like, whatsoever. Was it my favorite look? No, but I did not mind this look at all.
No, it's a popcorn pass for me. Absolutely, it's not terrible by any means, though. It's just not my cup of tea.
I would honestly, I would wear it. Like, I would mop this. Like, I don't think it's horrible. Like, we've seen some other things this season that have been horrible. This is not horrible.
I agree with Joey. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't like, the WWE reference I get. And I think I take it as that was not really the challenge, and that was not what the original inspiration look was, but yet that's what she made it. And her defense, she did say on Roscoe's recap that the reason she went in this direction is she thought that the look had to look like the other two looks, like a combination of the other two looks combined. And not just the colors or using the fabrics. So that's the reason that she went with this. Otherwise, she would have gone with something else. But I'm not going to give it a hot tranny mess because of the fact that the cape was lined, and I know it's difficult to make how she did, and I like what she did with the hair. So I'm going to do a popcorn pass. But it was not great.
And I'm pretty sure they were working with like latex fabric. That's why it has that sheen, and that is notoriously so hard to sew. So that's why I'm giving her a little bit more grace. And I understand the bodysuit. Like, Lil Nas X was wearing a suit, not a bodysuit, but a suit. What's more feminine than a bodysuit on a woman? A bodysuit. So Lil Nas X with that, and then the whole long cape with the long train as the homage to Rihanna. I don't mind it. Like, with the fabric that they had, that they were working with, and the overall aesthetic, and she did pull different things from both of them. I get it. Like, I don't think it was horrible. Like, I've seen way more horrible things this season that people.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a bodysuit. He was wearing a jacket and jeans.
That's what I said. He was wearing a suit. And what is more feminine? It is not feminine for a woman to wear a suit, especially on Drag Race. So what's more feminine and fitted for a woman? A bodysuit.
Yeah. I would have gone more with the dress on the bottom as my inspiration, and then added like a pink jacket or hat like to the top of it.
That may be my only complaint with, or one of my biggest complaints. Where's the hat?
Yeah. All right. Moving on along, we have Miss Discord Adams. Dakota, what do you think?
The judges actually complimented her on this outfit. I really didn't like it that much. I mean, it is giving Cher, but it's giving Cher more in the If I Could Turn Back Time music video than it was at the Oscars. And I really didn't like the neon fur. I feel like she could have done something like a little bit different than just putting, like, lining the bottom of the dress with the neon fur. Maybe it's constructed well. Yeah, it's giving more Cher. I just don't think it fit her that well, and I don't like the overall. I don't like the fur at the bottom, the lining of the fur at the bottom. I think she could have maybe done like some, like, the lime green fur, like shoulder pads, or like made a headpiece that intertwined it to give the color. I just don't like that fur at the bottom. It looks like an afterthought.
No Gig WWBVS says I hated this. And I mean, one of the judges gave her compliments on this, but the rest said it was ill-fitting and it landed in the bottom.
It's a popcorn pass for me.
Yep. What do you think, Joey?
I think Dakota's right about the turn back time versus the iconic Bob Mackie dress from the Oscars. However, what a lot of people forget is Bob Mackie designed both those looks. He designed her look for the Turn Back Time music video and for her Oscars dress.
He was her go-to designer when they were on Sonny and Cher show. And then after the show ended and she and Sunny divorced, that was still her go-to designer for a lot of her touring outfits and some of the outfits that she wore to the award shows. So I do understand the reference, and like I'm not mad that she even went that way with it. I just think that she could have done something different with the neon.
Well, I think Discord got in her head and said, "Well, I'll just do a Bob Mackie," and instead of doing that particular Bob Mackie, she went with a different Bob Mackie, which was not the right choice. It's a popcorn pass for me. I didn't hate it, but I didn't particularly enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. It is a popcorn pass for me as well. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it, and I really didn't love the Kermit the Frog or Snoop, whatever the fuck that fur is on the bottom. Or Oscar the Grouch fur. Then we also get the Discord cam back. That's becoming, I guess, a thing from here on out, and I love the fact. I did watch. I was telling Dakota this earlier, but there's it's called Scorpio's Viewing Party, and it's Scorpio's nightclub in North Carolina, I think. And Discord was on there this week with Hormona Lisa.
Oh, I saw this on TikTok. This was so shady.
Well, let me tell you, I was a fan of Hormona Lisa, even though I have a friend who knows Hormona Lisa that told me you shouldn't like her. She's a horrible person. So this entire viewing party, she got drunk, and then she was mean as fuck to Discord. And Discord was just kind of taking it on the cuff and everything, but Discord was on there making fun of herself, joking at it. And she said, when I found out I was going on Drag Race, she's like, I don't model. She's like, I perform. So I knew that I had to figure out a runway walk. And she said, so I could walk in pleaser heels, but I can't walk in anything else. So I had on a normal pair of heels, and I got on a treadmill, and I was watching 90s Coke whore modeling. And that walk, methed out or kind of like
Kate Moss.
She didn't name names. She just said she was watching 90s models that like had that heroin look and everything, and how they walked. And she was doing it and she's like, I'm on the treadmill just walking. I'm like, yes, pussy, fierce. So I love that she knows that her walk is busted, and I love the fact that she's like buying into it and making fun of it. Like, that makes me love her even more.
Her walk is giving like a Kristen Wiig SNL character that she did. I can't remember which one it was, but they walked like this.
Jerry Blank? No, it's not Jerry Blank, but it is giving Jerry Blank too. I know what you're talking about.
Not Strangers with Candy.
I don't know why her walk just makes me think of Jerry Blank.
Speaking of Jerry Blank, I got my brother addicted to that show and then even the movies. And I was like, tell me that she does the way that she holds like the fake teeth and the way she holds her mouth in that TV show. Tell me she doesn't remind you of the chickens in the movie Chicken Run.
Oh my God. Okay. And you know what? Discord, you know why she's winning right now? I don't think she's going to win the season, but she's winning at the moment for one reason. RuPaul laughs every time she sees her. That right there is fucking worth its weight in gold. The fact that every time RuPaul sees you, RuPaul starts giggling.
They just started making fun of her for it. And like RuPaul called it out in the workroom, like talking about her walk at the,
she's called out twice
at the table. And then, she's kind of like low-key embarrassed by it, but honestly, like she's like marketing herself without even knowing she's marketing herself with that walk.
For the rest of her life, she's going to have to walk like this. She's going to be booked at a club, and she's going to have to come out and do the walk every single time.
Oh yeah, and she's going to be doing cameos, doing the walk in various like she did in the pool in the TikTok. People are going to literally buy cameos from her. Just say, hey, could you walk in this place in your local city? Could you walk at the grocery store? Go like pick up a bell pepper or something. She's gonna be doing stupid stuff like physical comedy, some like Andy Kaufman shit that you shouldn't laugh at because it's not actually funny. There's no joke there, but for some reason it's funny.
Oh, I do want to also say on the Scorpio's viewing party thing, she also mentioned that one of the main people that was allegedly behind her disqualification rumors is none other than Corey King. That Corey King was one of the main ones pushing that narrative, and she has major beef with Corey King because of that, allegedly.
Oh God, put them on All Stars together. Put them on All Stars together. Because that Discord cam right there is an instant ticket to All Stars. Like, you know you're getting an All Stars invite if you get your own segment every episode.
Yep, I agree. All right, next up we have Jane Don't. I will start off with this one. I would not personally wear this, but I like how it was styled. I thought it was interesting. The only thing I hated was the little things on the hips. Otherwise, I would mop it. I like Jane. I like her point of view. I mean, she did this entire thing, and she sewed it up very quick, so she's a good seamstress. And yeah, give her. Joey.
She can't be good at everything. Like, she cannot be good at everything. Like, when we're up here, we're like up here. When are we coming down? When are we going to get humbled? When are we going to face some adversity? Because, like, looking forward, I'm like, we always have our classic challenges. We still got Snatch Game. We've still got Makeover. We've still got all this other stuff to do. And where does she stumble? This is stunning. I would mop it. But, like, she's going to face no adversity unless they really have to, like, throw a wrench in there and rig something.
Yeah.
I see, like, where she got her inspiration for this. And I think they brought up, they used B. Arthur as, like, a reference, or the judges said that she reminded them of B. Arthur in this outfit, the way that it was styled. Again, I wouldn't wear it, but I think it's constructed beautifully. And of course, we've learned that she's good at everything. So I would mop it.
I'm trying to find, damn it, I'm not gonna be able to at this time.
Did you bleach your hair and put a toner on it?
Who, me?
Yeah, your hair looks like...
No, it's gray.
Oh. I thought she had bleached her hair and put like a silver toner on it. I was like, girl, your hair is like, she went for that icy ash blonde.
That's what my mother had, or my stepmother had, from the time she was about 38 until now. The frosted tips, the ash blonde. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hard picture to see, but I was looking for, like, a friend of mine, Brooklyn Alexander. Brooklyn and her makeup look so much alike. Like, every time I see Jane Don't, I'm just like, I see Brooklyn, because it's just like something in the face and I don't know. It looks a lot like that.
I see Irene the Alien with her makeup, especially when she wears like certain wigs or like headpieces. Like, I see Irene the Alien in her makeup so much.
Yep. All right, moving on along, we have Mikey Meeks. Dakota, what do you think?
I didn't hate it. Like, the blue really did throw me off. I know she's trying to go with like the complementary colors within the tropical print on the JLo fabric, but I feel like she could have done either green, or she could have done some other color, because the blue really does throw it off. Like, it complements the green fabric, but it doesn't complement anything else. And I really do think that it threw it off. I don't think she really needed the nude illusion fabric. Personally, if anything at all, if she was going to go with the fabric, I think she should have went with green, or even like a light brown, or maybe even a gold to match the lining of the dress. It's not horrible. I mean, it's, with some edits, I would mop it.
Joey?
I initially I was gonna give it a popcorn pass, or sorry, I was gonna give it a mop it, but I think I'm gonna give it a popcorn pass. Just the more I look at it, I mean, you only see it for about 20 seconds on the runway, but the more stuff that y'all just point out and point to, there is so much shit here. Like, there is like a lot of stuff that maybe just remove it and you'd be fine, or like like Dakota said, if you're going to wear that sheer fabric, maybe choose something to match your skin tone. Maybe choose a brown to go with the lining of the dress, or a gold to go with the lining of the dress, a brown to go with the fabric, or even a green to go with the other fabric. But I mean, you got too many colors here. Like, this is a challenge that's based on kind of 2 outfits that were 2 tones, and she's got like 6 of them going on at once.
I don't know where she's from, but she has that Northeast Coast mindset. Very New Jersey, like more is more. Oh, let me add this. Oh, let me add this. Oh, need this. Needs more rhinestones. Like, oh, we need more glitter. Like, that's very much what it is, which I don't hate, because I'm all about like rhinestones, sequins.
Well, she's from Orlando, Florida. So, I mean, Florida queens also have that.
Yeah.
Mindset. I'm torn on this one. Like, I like the look. I'm gonna mop it. I don't like the like y'all were talking about, the mesh, but it being the blue, but it didn't really throw it off that much for me. I like the fact that it was a little bit different, because on the black backdrop, it helps me see it a little bit better compared to like black or something else. I don't think she needed it, but I also, maybe that she just feels more comfortable with it being covered all the way up. I will say, out of all of the queens on this season, though, her mug, I fucking love her mug. Like, she reminds me of like an old Elizabeth Taylor, Vivian, Westwood, like just the old school glamour movie stars with that like her makeup is chef's kiss.
Yeah, I think Briar Blush and what is it, Nini Coco are like my favorite makeup of like this season so far.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this that just holds Hollywood glamour. Is what it looks like.
She does give Elizabeth Taylor. Now that you said that, that's literally what she looks like, especially in Cleopatra with like the
100%.
Mm-hmm. And that, honestly, you're right. The blue there with the brown, it does kind of give a little bit of a violet eyes effect when you look at her face. So it does also give Elizabeth Taylor. I mean, I don't know if Elizabeth Taylor actually had purple eyes. I think she just wore things that made it look like she had purple eyes.
Yeah. Next up, we have Miss Nini Coco. Joey, what do you think?
I like it. I know I'm going to get judged for this, but I like it. I would mop it. I love like I don't know what to call them other than bell bottoms. I don't know what it's called when your pants kind of round out at the end like that. But I'm fine with all this. It's very angular. We've been seeing a lot of angular this season. Whether it was the lips, whether it was the first week, the orange outfit. I'm loving the fashion this season, and this is just another thing to add to it. Absolutely mop it.
Okay.
I absolutely love this. Like, I was going to give the slay of the day, but there's a couple of other queens that are like just a little bit more above this, and this is a little bit more simple compared to theirs. I would mop this. It is giving Shania Twain, and that don't impress me much, with the leopard bodysuit, and it's also giving, it's Shania Twain meets Versace. Like, that's literally what this is giving me.
I'm torn on what I want to give it. I want to mop it, but a part of me wants to popcorn pass it, for the simple fact this is 2 weeks in a row that she's worn a bodysuit down the runway. And I'm really wanting to see like them change it up. Strawberry, spark strawberries. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm kind of the same. I mean, I like it. I can tell that she knows how to sew, so I'm going to give it and this is difficult to make, and the draping to make it look that way is hard. So I'm going to give it a mop it. But if she comes out in another bodysuit, I'm going to like, anyway.
Flared. It just came to me. It's flared. That's what the rounding at the end is called. It's a flare.
Yes. And Strawberry Sparks said, since she's a sewer, I just expected more. Yeah, I'm tired of the bodysuits too. Yeah.
Have you guys noticed that too? That Nene Coco and Discord are design queens and sewers, and I feel like their outfits the last couple episodes, although were good, they were a little bit more on the simple side for someone that is such a sewer and a designer, especially compared to Jane Don't, who is also a sewer, but her outfits have been in the top almost every week. So I just feel like for them being sewers and them also being designers and designing most of their own clothes, their outfits have been a little bit more on the simplistic side.
And Strawberries agrees, says they're sewers, but the outfits aren't really giving it. Yep. All right. Next up, we have Miss Crystal, or not Crystal, Sierra Mist. I'll start with this one. I actually liked this look. I thought she probably did what I would have tried to have done if I had denim and meat. Where it's the meat underneath and the denim's kind of covering it up as though it's been like tied into a package. So I thought it was very creative, and I thought she looked very good in this look. Dakota, what do you think? I'm going to mop it.
It looks like Lady Gaga going to the royal wedding in the UK. That is literally what this is giving me.
Oh, with the little hat. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Her fascinator. I just think between the fascinator, the way that she modeled this on the runway, and it was really smart on her part. It made it camp, but it made it the fact that she put the strings like you would put around meat when you're baking it. And the fact that she did, instead of doing a meat fabric, she did the red with the rhinestones, but made it look more like blood. I thought it was very smart, and I thought it was very high fashion, but at the same time camp, which is what she's known for. I love this. Like, I would mop this. Like, this, I thought she did amazingly well, especially compared to her partner. I thought she did really, really well. I love this.
Joey?
It's a mop it. It's gorgeous. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, the I think it was Prince William's wife wore a little hat like that at Harry and Meghan's wedding. I can't remember. Someone wore a hat like that, though. It may have been one of Fergie's kids. But yeah, no, just the way it hits her face, the whole look in general.
Hi, Mary.
I really wish that I could see it in person, like Sam said last week. So much of what we miss when we are looking at through the lens of the camera is just how sparkly these outfits are. And it's like I keep bringing it back to wrestling. I grew up with wrestling. That was my drag as a kid. As far as like the stuff that I watched, the exaggeration, the costumes, like that was the camp that I got. And like those outfits shined. I mean, like no one's business. So I would really wish I could see this in person.
Next up we have Miss Kenya Pleaser. I will go first on this one. This looks nothing like either of the looks. I don't see any of the fabrics in it. And for me, this is a hot tranny mess. I hate the wig. I hate everything about it. The only thing I don't hate is her makeup.
I think she could have done, since with how much red is on the dress, I think she could have done a different colored wig. I think blonde probably would have went better. I see the denim, I see the red that's supposed to mimic meat, but the red didn't give what Sierra Mist's red was giving, and she was going more for the Brittany and Justin denim dress, which I understand, but like the red just doesn't, it doesn't give what it's supposed to be giving. It's not, I don't see like any homage to the meat dress other than the color red on it.
Yeah.
I think she could have done something like a little, like she could have done, taken the red fabric and made it look like meat and like placed it in different places on the dress to make it a little bit more simple and you knew what you were getting. I don't know. I don't think it was badly constructed. I knew what she was going for. I just feel like the overall wasn't there. It's a popcorn pass for me.
To me, I think we're gonna go the full spectrum here because I like the construction of it. It's not necessarily the best. I do like the meat purse. The meat purse kind of saves it for me. It saves it a whole category. I hate the wig. Absolutely hate the wig. I lose the wig, and the wig's supposed to pop. So to me, it's a popcorn pass. But I get how she thought just the meat purse might, the ground beef in the package might like portray meat dress, but it didn't work. Nice try, Kenya. I will not stand for Kenya pleaser slander though that I'm seeing online. She's fantastic. She's phenomenal. She's funny, and she looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a design challenge, people. You're gonna have fails.
She's just going to be one of those like charismatic queens that everybody loves. And she's probably going to rub people the wrong way because she does have a big personality. And a lot of people just, can't swallow people with a big personality. So it's going to be like juicy. What is it? What is her name? Nutmeg Ganache. Like a lot of people didn't like her on her season because she was very charismatic, very big personality. But the people that loved her. I think she's going to be just like this.
Well, yeah.
I almost mopped this. It was close because like I said, I love the purse. I love the idea of the purse, but
very Corey King coded. Yeah, I agree. It's very Corey King coded. All right, moving on along, we have Miss Mia Starr. What do you think, Joey?
Oh, this is so tough. This is why I said, had they been judged as individuals rather than one person automatically goes to the top and one person automatically goes to the bottom, both of these girls would have been in the top 3 had they judged this challenge that way. Unfortunately, she got kicked off. This is my slay of the day. This is absolutely my slay of the day. I liked this outfit probably more, actually not probably, just definitely more than every other outfit. And was Vita like in the wrong for winning that? No, they're both very good. I just like this one better, particularly because the titty's out. And that's an iconic photo.
I was thinking the same exact thing, how they were the top 2 and that she gave more homage to Lil' Kim than Vita did. And the only thing I do not like about this dress is the lavender swirl that she has draping down the front of it. That is the only thing that I do not like about this dress. I love the color of the dress. I love the lavender pasty. I love the lavender stones and sequins. I love the hair. I love the earrings that she did, the Aurora Borealis stones to pick up the lavender in the dress. I love that she has a breastplate and her titties out, just like Lil' Kim. I love this. Like, this is my slay of the day. I feel like this dress was a little bit more simple in construction to Vita's, yes. But I feel like Vita's almost had too much going on. And we'll get to her in a minute, but like, I'll tell you what I didn't like about Vita's dress, although it was beautiful. I do like this one better and the overall styling. I just feel like that lavender swirl on the front of the dress, if she would have tore that off, perfect. Slay of the day for me.
Hold on, I'm going to use her finger to scratch my nose.
Why am I just now getting the notification for us going live? Have we not been live this whole time?
No, we have.
We've had chatter. Why am I saying that? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb for that. I'm sorry.
But I don't like, so like on the right, her neck and that shoulder pad is way off, like especially with the rest of the proportions. You can see it when she hit this. I also don't like the fact that she is using that hair should have been different. And I don't like that she's got the hair coming down the side to cover up the breastplate, because all I could see was the gap of the breastplate when she would turn and walk. Outside of that, so I'm going to give it, I would wear it with some modification. So it is a very low moppet. It's almost a popcorn pass for me. Next up, we have Miss Vita Starr. And I will start off Miss Vita Starr. I am going to popcorn pass this for the simple fact of this was last week where she's wearing that same pussycat wig and she's wearing the same jewelry as she's wearing here. She's wearing the exact same thing week to week. Any other queen would have been done called out for it. But she's getting by with it. That is the exact same bib collar, two-piece necklace put together, different earrings with that same little pussycat wig. But love the construction. I love that she walked out with a chandelier with it, but you need to change it up, girl. And I think I figured out what's going on with her eyes that I've called out before. She does not wear colored contacts. And a lot of girls, especially, queens of color, but anyone that has, like when I had dark eyes. So when I used to wear colored contacts to make my eyes pop a little bit. And I think that's what it is, because right here, her eyes open, but you can't see her eyeball because it's just of how it is. So I think maybe that might help her eyes pop a little bit. And Mary, why not? They cannot bring 15 different wigs. Yes, they can, because others have before. Anyway.
I'm not as mad about the jewelry and the wigs, because we know some queens on past seasons that wear the same shoes every single challenge. I'm giving her a little bit of grace on the jewelry and the wig, because almost every single episode she's made her outfit from scratch. So I'm giving her a little bit of grace on that. I love this dress. This is a moppet for me. It's the only thing is it's a little overstyled, but she is a pageant queen, so I understand it. The only thing that I really do not like about the dress is the white draping that she has in the front, with the pendant. That is the only thing that I do not like about this dress, that I feel like she could have taken that off and it would have been perfect. Or if she would have changed the color to be more like the dress, that would have been fine. And I feel like because she has the cutouts there, she's highlighting that it's a Lil' Kim without it being Lil' Kim. I feel like she should have wore a breastplate or contoured a little bit more to give.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that you can't see titty here. And also, I don't like I just noticed the shoulder pads also popping up on this one. If you're going to do shoulder pads, they need to be sewn in to the dress. But what were we saying about her chest? Contouring it?
I feel like she should have done a little bit more contouring, which I can see that she does have some contour there, or she should have wore a breastplate, just to give a little bit more homage to the Lil' Kim part of the challenge. Overall, I would mop it. It's just if she maybe a breastplate or a little more contouring on her chest, and then get rid of that white piece of fabric in the front.
Joey?
This is why it's not my slay of the day. I going back to the J-Lo outfit, the mismatch that we talked about earlier. There's a lot going on here, and I think maybe a little bit of simplification, a little bit of editing. She won this week. It's a valid win. It's still a great dress. I just didn't like it as much as I liked the last one.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, good
it's a mop.
Winning. But I feel like if you're going to call other queens out another shit, you're going to call Corey King out for wearing the same shoes each week. you're going to call out, all these different queens each season for wearing the same things over and over and over. Wearing, every time you come down, you're in a bodysuit. Every time you do this, you're wearing this. Then I feel like once we've seen her in the same jewelry for 3 weeks in a row,
Saphira Crystal with her little heels that were held together with duct tape, basically.
Her character she used.
Yeah, her character shoes.
Yeah.
I don't have character shoes. My name is James Brown.
That's fucking funny. All right, moving on along, we have Miss Darlene Mitchell. Dakota, what do you think?
I'm going to be the odd one out because I haven't seen anybody that's agreed with me so far. But her outfit and the styling was so much better than Athena Dion's. I'm sorry. I know Athena won in the duo, but I feel like the wig, her hat, the dress, the overall styling, how she has the flowers and made the flowers metallic. Then she has some of the metallic rouging on her sleeve. Then she has the metal piece around her neck. It was giving like Katya when Katya was doing the futuristic flight attendant when they were supposed to be doing what the future looks like. That's what it gave me, like the wig and the hat and everything. It was giving Katya on that challenge, but she definitely won this for me. I think that Athena Dion's dress was very dated. I don't think she did it well. And this was a mop it for me. I thought she did amazing. This is the best that she's looked all season.
I agree. I like this.
She's so used to giving.
We have someone, Couch Potato Queens. Hi, Peter North here, old adult film star retired. Love the stream tonight, guys. Thanks, Peter North. Hi, Peter. Thanks for watching. Hi. Glad that you enjoy the channel. And I've seen a lot of your movies. Mary says, love this dress, love Peak. I think when it comes to her, this is my slay of the day. It's my slay of the day because I loved it better than Athena's look. And yeah, I love the styling. I love the wig. I love everything about this look. Yeah, it's my slay of the day. Joey, you're a little shocked by this is my slay of the day. So what do you think?
I am a little shocked. But there's only 2 looks left. I mean, it was either this one or it was Athena's, and it's definitely not Athena's. I'm a little shocked. I've also a little bit of that was I was just like checking. I'm like, she's from the West Coast, and every time we see her, she is dressed like she belongs in a Gulf Coast trailer park, and I'm living for it. Like, and I mean that in like the most trashy, glamorous way possible. She is the best dressed woman in the trailer park. She's sitting there with her boxed wine, in her high heels, watching her soap operas. I love Darlene Mitchell. She's funny. She's like everything that this show is about, and they need to keep her around as long as possible. She's from LA. Like, how are you from LA and you have this aesthetic?
I thought she was from Indiana and then moved to LA.
Oh, she may be. Oh, okay, that's true. She is from Indiana. I forgot about that.
Mary said, I'm shocked they did not put Athena in the bottom just to finish that storyline with Briar. I am too. Yeah. Kind of like Tamisha versus Candy. I was expecting the same with Athena versus Blair. I hadn't thought about that. Good point. All right, let's move on to our last look. We have Miss Athena Dion. Thoughts?
Mop it. Oh.
Joey, mop it. Oh.
I think he's frozen.
He is. Dakota.
This was honestly, it was just going to be a popcorn pass, but the more that I was looking at it, it is a hot tranny mess for me. And the reason why I'm going to say that is that wig she could have done any wig. And
it's a what for you? A hot tranny mess for you?
Hot tranny mess for me. And love Athena. We love grandmother, but it's a hot tranny mess. It's the wig. The wig to me looks thirsty. I think she could have chosen another wig that would have went with this outfit even better. But honestly, the outfit is what made it a popcorn pass at first, but it's the hair that's making it a hot tranny mess. It's taken it that step further for me. I don't really like the print of the dress with the silver. I just feel like it looks very like it. This makes her look, between the wig, the print, and the way that she styled this dress, this makes her look like she is 70 years old.
Yeah. I shockingly, hold up. Let's see. I'm waiting for Joey. He's joined. It says device cannot connect. Joey, if you can hear me, there you are.
Yeah, I just had to give it the permissions. My bad.
Yep.
Phone.
So what you missed is Dakota just gave it a hot tranny mess. I am also giving this a hot tranny mess. I agree. This ages her drastically. And I hate the look. I feel like it makes her look like a Golden Girl reject. And I hate the fact that you can see that it is not lined. If she is she knows how to sew and everything, she knows better. It should have been lined, especially for the main stage. And
I thought it was lined. I thought Michelle said it was lined.
No, it was not. You can see, hold on, I'm going to blow it up right here. You can see the white there. That's because it's unlined.
She lined the bottom and she didn't line the top.
Yes.
She looks like a 70-year-old oil tycoon's wife that is going to a disco party. That is what this looks like to me. Like the wig is thirsty, and she looks like the Golden Girls go to
Golden Girls go to Greece.
Like it's
which
not.
fits your brand.
This must have shined different in person. There must have been like some sort of lighting thing, or maybe we're just getting a really bad angle, because there's no way that Darlene's was not better than this.
Yeah. I'm glad that y'all agree with me on that. I thought I was like the odd one out. I'm like, am I the only one that thinks that Darlene should have won in this group duo?
No, we're in agreement. It's
look at her wig. Athena is like a drag legend, especially in Florida. Like the wig.
Yeah.
But her mug is absolutely stunning, though.
This is
I will give her
looked all season.
Yeah, I will say her mug is stunning. But it is 1, 2, 3 hot tranny messes across the board. Absolutely terrible. And I don't know who pointed it out earlier, but they're right. They had every reason to throw her in the bottom for this and wrap up her storyline with Briar and have her absolutely crush her. The only reason I don't think that they did is because Briar passed out, and Briar passing out and then Athena absolutely mopping the floor with her would have made Athena look worse.
Yeah.
And Athena should not have looked worse.
On the right, where it's the close-up of her, look at what, like, right above her tit on the left side, or her right side, it looks like she had a hot glue gun disaster and it's knotted up or bunched up there. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. It's like toga. I think she laid...
Yeah.
This looks like a bad toga party. Like you took the curtains off the wall at the frat house or at the sorority house, and you threw it around you, and it's one of them double-sided curtains
at the frat house or the sorority house. That's the curtains at the guest house of the sorority house.
Well, I mean, Bob Mackie did give us the iconic curtains dress from the Carol Burnett show, but Athena, Bob Mackie, you are not.
It's giving like the Jetsons go to Studio 54. It's I can't.
And then get in the sex pit at Studio 54.
Really quickly, Dakota, Mary asked, "Are we enjoying the traitors? I always miss the recaps." Girl, yes, we're loving the traitors. Cannot wait for the bloodbath banquet that's coming up this week. So let's move on along. That is all of our judging on the queens for their looks. Here's a picture of all of the queens on the main stage. And then we find out that while they're doing critiques, here we have two lovely ladies standing next to each other. And then all of a sudden, boom, Briar Blush hits the ground. And bravo to whoever was running that camera for catching the hole in her tights.
And so many people are hating on her for this, saying that she knew that she was going to be in the bottom. She got critiqued horribly by all the judges. She knew that she was probably going to be going home, so she had to do something. I do not agree.
No.
I have literally been in a dental office, and I have witnessed people fainting, both in the chair and out of the chair. And I've worked in a pharmacy, and I have also, me and Mackenzie are theater queens. We have seen fake fainting, and I'm sorry, that was not a fake faint. She had her knees locked. Her knees looked like inverted the whole time she was standing there. And she started to lose her balance. I was like, ooh, she's been locking her knees for too long. She's losing that blood flow. And then next thing you know, she's getting wobbly and she falls over. And I'm like, if you are fake fainting, like Lisa Vanderpump on Dancing with the Stars, fake fainting, that level, you are going to brace for impact, or your face is going to squint, like your face is going to move in some kind of way.
Her face did not move at all. She woke up and she was like...
Her eyes were frozen. Her eyes did not blink. She did not squint. Her face did not move. She looks like she's had Kim Kardashian level of Botox in her face when she fainted. That was real. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of y'all might think it's fake. Baby, that was a real faint. I'm not even a fan of Briar Blush, but that was a real faint.
I agree. I think it was I think it was real. Mary also agrees. She's like, I am a nurse, and that is how people faint indeed. But like Dakota said, one of the first things you learn in theater or performances of any kind is when you're standing in one place, you don't lock your legs and your knees. And people will do that because it makes them stand up taller and it kind of makes them give more of a commanding presence. But if you do, you are asking to hit the floor and pass the fuck out. Because when you do that, blood cannot go, it just, every single time you will.
And then you add on top of that, the studio is probably 1,000,000 degrees with all of the lights burning down on you. You're sweating.
Very disorienting.
It's very disorienting. It probably already makes you dizzy. You've got I don't know if anyone else, maybe this is an autism thing for me, because I do have autism. Do y'all hear lights?
Yes.
I've heard some people say they can't hear lights.
Oh, I can. 100%.
But I'm more sensitive to it. But
they have a hum.
They have a hum.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
and when you got that many lights on that stage and they're hitting you,
it's just adding to the overstimulation. All it's the noise and the lights making the noise, and Law Roach telling you to your face that you look like a man in a wig, like all of that at once, and then you just hit the floor.
Well, you also need to realize too that a lot of the queens have stated that when they're on the main stage with that many lights and cameras hitting them, they can see where the judges are, but it's a good distance between them, and it's not easy for them to see. It's not like they're just really close chatting. So a lot of times it's almost like they have all of these lights in their faces. And if you've ever had a spotlight in your face or a flashlight flown in your face, you can't see anything else. And that's kind of what it is. So they're hearing people talking around. So it can be very disorienting. Briar Blush also stated on What You Packin' and on Roscoe's recap that when she got home 2 days later, she was diagnosed with pneumonia. And so she was sick during the filming of this, which a lot of the other queens said she seemed off. So, I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster. I 100% believe it was real. nobody would have fallen, especially with a hole in their tights like that, for the world to see. And I'm glad she's okay, and I'm glad she's feeling better, and, you know, kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. We find out that, then Mia says, that better be real. And Vita Starr says, it's not.
Oh, that statement is going to haunt her for the rest of her career.
Yep. Anyway, we find out that the top 3 queens for the week are Jane Don't, Sierra Mist, and Vita Starr. Do we agree with the top 3?
Only because of the way that it was judged, that you had to win your pair to make top 3. I can agree with this top 3. But there were, I mean, the Vita's pair was top 2 of the top 3 on their own.
Yeah.
The Lil Kim pair.
The top 3 groups were the right ones that were chosen, but I believe that instead of Vita, it should have been Mia Starr instead. But other than that, the 3 groups, yes, those are the 3 groups that were the best.
So I think instead of Vita, it should have been Darlene, but I also would go with Mia. I mean, yeah. And we find out that the bottom 3 for the week are going to be Discord Adams, Can You Pleaser, and Briar Blush. Do we agree with the bottom 3?
Fuck no. Throw Athena in the bottom, get Discord out of the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like Discord's, although it was a little more simplistic looking, it was not simplistic, but it was simplistic looking because of the way that she constructed it. I don't believe that she should have been in the bottom over Athena. I think Athena should have been in the bottom because I think Athena's was aging her. I don't think the seams like we're showing, it wasn't lined. I don't think it fit well. I don't think it was styled well. And I think Discord's, although needed some editing, I feel like hers was a lot more fashion than Athena's was.
And we got to remember, too, that Cher look that she was trying to, you know, I mean, it wasn't copy, but that's supposed to be inspiration. That's not an easy look to pull off. And, like, look at the construction just around the bodice of the dress of hers. Yes, it's ill-fitting around the chest, but it still, it gives Cher, you know. So, I mean, like, if you looked at that and said, who is she trying to emulate here, you would have known exactly who she was trying to emulate.
It's like a patchwork Bob Mackie.
Would have been able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a patchwork of yes, various different Bob Mackie, like Dakota said, it's giving Turn Back Time.
Yep. We find out that the top 3 that the winner is Vita Starr. And here
that's the top 3 right there.
Yes. I agree. Well, I don't know. I think Sierra Mist should have been in there. I think it should have been Darlene, Mia, and Sierra Mist. You know, those to me, Sierra Mist, I don't know. The fascinator making that alone, yeah, I love that. Anyway, we find out that the bottom 2 are lip syncing, and the bottom 2 are actually going to be Briar Blush and Kenya Pleaser, and they are lip syncing to Lights, Camera, Action by Kylie Minogue. How did we enjoy the song?
I really did like the song, and I was wondering how it was going to go, just because we know that both of them are pretty charismatic people, but I mean, the right person did stay, obviously. So, yeah.
Yep.
I think production is shady as hell, because never in the history of Drag Race that I can remember have they not only highlighted that a queen said in a confessional, no, Ru was wrong. She did not win that lip sync, but like right before the lip sync starts, the last words are justice for Mandy Mango.
Fun.
I think she had a really hard week. Like, she's under the weather. Like, she got taught a lesson in front of the whole cast. Everybody was like ignoring her, and she got read to filth on the main stage. Then she faints, and then she has to lip sync and goes home. She did not have a good week.
Well, and one of the things I don't like too is, well, Briar Blush is taking everything off. And I do mean everything. And from someone who used to perform, you don't take everything off. You leave everything on. And if something falls off, it falls off. But to me, to come out there just to take every single thing off, you should have been preparing for that in the back. Take off your bracelets in the back, take off some other stuff in the back. Don't throw it on the main stage for then someone else to trip over. You know what I mean?
Who was it that said all of their outfits had tearaways in case they had to lip sync? I think it was either that was Mandy Mango.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's how you do it. Like you secretly put a tearaway into your outfit because if you know you're not good at design challenges, you better have something.
Yep. Yep. And then Briar Blush. Here are some of her looks on What You Packin'. The middle one she said was a 19 or an 1800s morning outfit, and underneath that it's a tearaway, and underneath was like a sleek, sexy red rhinestoned, sequined vampire look.
So what in the hell challenge could that be for?
No idea.
Well, probably like a what lies beneath type challenge.
Yeah.
I do love the nude point shoulder dress. I do love that.
And then she said the one on the far side, hold on, I'm turning the comments off so you can see it. The one on the far right is it was supposed to be one that really moved in the wind and was like, flowy or kind of like flickering. And it's supposed to be like a candle flame, like a moth to a flame was supposed to be the inspiration.
I do love that. It's very like Dolly Parton's style back in the 80s when she was a little bit thicker and she wore a lot of like drapey dresses and stuff. That's what it reminds me of.
Reminds me of Rihanna or Shakira.
Huh?
Reminds me of Rihanna and Shakira.
But I do love that nude, the point shoulder dress in the back. It's very like Thierry Mugler. Like, I love that.
She's the third queen to have that kind of drapey dress like that. I wonder if we're going to get a wind tunnel runway where they've just got fans blowing at them at some point, or if she was going to use that in a photo shoot of some kind, maybe.
I believe so. Then next week, we are going to have, for the next 2 weeks, we will be having talent show. The queens are going to be split in half, and Ready Queen returns. And if you don't want to hear a spoiler, I'm not going to say who, but if you don't want a spoiler about what's going to happen, I would plug my ears. So 3, 2, 1. 2 queens will be going home.
Two queens are going to be going home next week?
No, not next week. So they're splitting the queens in half. Half are going to perform next week and do the talent show, and half will be doing it the next week. And then I believe that the bottom 2 queens from the Raider Queen are either going to be eliminated or they're going to have to lip sync. But all these spoilers show 2 queens go home in 2 weeks. No one goes home next week, and 2 queens go home the week after that.
A double sachet. We've not seen that in a minute. How long's it been? It's been since like season 8.
Was it like Honey Mahogany and Alyssa? Vivian Panay, Alyssa Edwards' drag daughter. They got sent. They were doing a Britney Spears song and they got sent home. I think that was the first time there was a double elimination. It wasn't the last time, I don't think.
No, the last time was Layla McQueen. Layla McQueen went.
Yes.
And it was I Will Survive was the song. Neither of you survived that lip sync.
Oh, gosh.
Mary, you're close. I'll just say that. You're close. One of those are correct. But yeah, yeah, should be interesting. And I'll just say this: y'all are not ready because one of them are both. One is a favorite, a fan favorite. Anyway, finger down. Spoilers done. Let's look really quickly at our before we go. This is where we stand right now with the draft picks. The Tater Tots still have one, and fortunately, Joseph Collins is down too.
Yeah, I lost Briar this week.
Good news is you will not be losing anybody for a hot minute, and neither will I.
Yep, I think who else? I've got Athena, and I've got who else?
Vita.
Yeah.
Y'all, but I'm winning this season because I haven't lost anybody.
You didn't pick anybody either. And she did that on purpose because she's like, I don't know any of these queens. I'm like,
no, like, I don't know if I can
do that.
The Traders is like RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. I did do that last year, but I knew who some of the queens were. It was easier to pick. Like, I don't want to have to like freaking study for a show to pick my draft picks. I either want to know the people beforehand or I ain't playing. So the Traders, easy because it's all celebrity reality stars. Drag Race All-Stars, we already know past queens that have been on there. That's a lot easier. But the new seasons of just regular Drag Race, no.
Oh. And hold on, let me pull it up. So we have the cast. We know who the cast is for All-Stars 11. Let's see. Let me.
Oh, FYI, spoilers were mostly wrong about All-Stars 11, by the way, or All-Stars 10. Because they did not, the spoilers had Mistress in the final 8.
No, it did not. Not the one I follow. The one that I follow had it down to down 100% down to a T. Every exact elimination in every single order. Okay.
All-Stars is the only one that I don't think we should do any spoilers for. Like, but you can spoil the queens themselves. That's going to be interesting.
So our cast for season 11, it is going to be like last season. It's going to be the brackets. There will be 3 brackets. And the first bracket, you will have Akira C. Davenport from season 11 and All-Star 6. You will have Dawn in bracket 1 for season 16. You will have Lucky Stars from season 17. You will have Morgan McMichaels from season 2 and All-Stars 3.
Well, there's your one pick already. There's no one's beaten Morgan.
There's Morphine Love Dion from season 16.
Love her.
And ladies and gentlemen, Miss Two-Piece in a Biscuit herself, Mystique Summers, will be back from season 2.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Since season 2. Bitch, I am from Chicago.
Did they put her in the same bracket as Morgan too?
Sure did.
That fight.
Sure did.
The bitch I'm from Chicago fight is still one of the most iconic Drag Race moments, and they put them in the same. Oh, they are so shady for that. I'm sure they're good friends now.
Bracket 2, we have none other than Miss April Carry-On, Miss
Finally,
Miss Aura Mayari from season 15, Miss Crystal Method from season 12, Miss Selena S. Titties from season 15, Silky Nutmeg Ganache from season 11, All-Star season 6, and Canada versus the World season 1. And last but not least, from season 6, Vivacious.
Oh, honey.
Oh, my God.
This bracket system is giving me everything because they've got 2 season 6 queens in the same bracket. Season 6 is, in my opinion at least, and this is maybe a little bit controversial because most people say it's season 5 or season 8. I think season 6 is the best season of Drag Race.
I was watching a podcast.
Mary said, we already know all the spoilers. Don't worry, Joey.
I was watching a podcast the other day, the Kelly Mantle show, and I'm pretty sure it was, because I've watched a couple of podcasts in the last couple of days, and I'm pretty sure she was interviewing Pheromone, one of my faves, and she was talking about, like, you know, transitioning and, like, being transgender and, like, her past season, drama with other queens, and, like, funny mementos from the show, and if she would ever come back for an all-star season. And she said, I'm pretty sure it was her. I'm pretty sure it was Pheromone. It might have been another queen, and I'm just mixing them up. But Pheromone is talking about Vivacious coming in the room and bringing her zipper down, and how production made it seem like it was longer than it was. Like, they've, like, played, like, the sound effects, and she couldn't find the zipper. She's like, no. Production dumbed it down to make it seem like it seemed longer, and it seemed like, you know, it took her a good 2 or 3 minutes. She's like, no, bitch, it was like almost 6, 7, 8 minutes that she could not get that zipper down. Like, her hand was starting to shake from being up in the air so long trying to find the zipper. I can't remember who it was, though. I think it was Pheromone, but I don't think Pheromone was on Vivacious' season.
No, Sarah Pheromone was not. Adore Delano was.
It wasn't Adore. It wasn't
Courtney Act.
Maybe it
was
was
it Courtney Act.
Maybe it was Courtney. Yeah, because it was Bianca Del Rio's season. Maybe
Magnolia Crawford, Kelly Mantle, Vivacious, April Carry On.
Okay. It was Kelly Mantle, because Kelly Mantle was interviewing Pheromone. It was Kelly Mantle said it was even longer than production made it out to be. They said it was twice as long as that.
Kelly Mantle does the funniest Vivacious impression that I have ever heard. She was just like, so tell me about your childhood in Jamaica. Oh, mama, it was terrible. They tried to drown me in the ocean.
Mary said it was Kelly was on Vivacious.
Yes, it was Kelly Mantle talking about her season to Pheromone on it was her most recent episode on the podcast. Hilarious.
So, let's finish out the bracket. So then bracket 3, we have from season 16, Hershey LaCourgette. From season 14, we have Jasmine Kennedy. From season 13, we have Joey J. From season 7, All-Stars season 3, and Canada versus the World season 2, we have Kennedy Davenport. From season 11, we have Sugarcane. And from season 17, we have Miss Sam Starr.
That is a loaded bracket. That is a loaded bracket. Anyone that comes out of that bracket is probably your front runner, because you've got Sam Starr, Kennedy Davenport. Like, just those two alone constitute your, likely front runners for the whole damn thing.
Yep. And Kennedy Davenport. I mean,
No, I say Kennedy. Kennedy is
yeah. Kennedy, like, Jasmine, and Sam Starr. Those three are like, Yep. That seems to be. And I mean, if anyone's interested, you can always go and look at the spoilers to find out who's in the top, and because it's all there.
Okay. One spoiler word, like, are they bringing back the wild card lottery?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yep. But anyway, that does it for our episode tonight, y'all. We got anything else y'all want to talk about?
How long until Snatch Game when Jane Don't wins her next challenge?
Hold on. I can tell you when Snatch Game is.
Ready for the winning challenge.
Snatch Game is going to be not for sure. They don't have that listed. All it is the next 2 are going to be talent shows. Episode 7 and 8, it says to be announced. Episode 9 will be a Rusical. And then 10, 11, 12, the episode types have not been released yet. Just who won those episodes.
I think after the talent show, we'll probably get Snatch Game. They're going to have Jane Doe in the top all the way until Snatch Game, and she's either going to win it or she's going to bomb and end up in the bottom, and it'll be like an adversity moment for her as she sails towards the fucking finale. Jesus Christ, I've not seen domination like this on Drag Race in a long time. Like Sasha Colby level domination.
Yep. All right, let's see here. Snatch Game better be final 8 or final 7. It'll probably be, they usually have 4 on the top, and 4, so it'll probably be when they either are down to 8 or 9 queens. So they probably have, we'll probably after Snatch Game, because they do the 2. Then we'll have, that'll be 5 people down. So we'll be at 9. So it could be 5 on the top, 4 on the bottom. But yeah. Yep. All right, y'all.
I want less queens, period.
Yeah.
To start these seasons, I think there's a lot of padding on this season.
Oh, and Dakota went away. Anyway. Joey, where can we find you on social media?
You can follow me at Nosferatu2425 on Blue Sky.
And y'all can follow Dakota on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. It's all the same at It's Dakota Raine, Raine. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or X at Kinsey_reality. And make sure to follow the Couch Potato Queens. You can like us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. Twitter, it's Couch Potato QWNZ. Instagram, you can also subscribe to our channel at Couch Potato Queens on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like and comment button because it does help us out so much. You can also visit our new website and find out more about each one of the queens at www.couchpotatoqueens.com. And if you have content you want to send to us, or if you want to collaborate with us, you can always email us at info@couchpotatoqueens.com. And that's going to do it for us. We will be back here on Thursday night, about 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, to talk about the traitors and the bloodbath that's going to come from that. And then we'll be back here, same time, same place next week, next Sunday night, to discuss the talent show from RuPaul's Drag Race and when Red Queen will have returned. Thank you to Dakota and Joey for joining me in the trenches tonight and truly battling it out with all of these comments. Thank you to our Tater Tots for always listening and watching, commenting, sharing, and keeping the conversation messy but meaningful. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a review, and tell a friend who still thinks Squabble was used correctly. We will be back next time with more Drag Race foolishness, more opinions nobody asked for, and more reality TV chaos served hot and unfiltered. Until then, stay shady, stay soft, and remember, always wear your crowns. Bye!